Hi everyone! A little unboxing of a Scrawlr box that I just got for myself. I got a couple. One of them I'll be opening at Christmas because I'll wrap it for myself as a little treat. And the other one will be unwrapped in a second. And there will be a small drawing session as well that you can draw along to if you'd like. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get to it. I never had one of these boxes before, which is why I opened it so immediately. But I figured they were on a really good sale, so I got one. Really like their box. It's fun and full of illustrations. It comes with a magazine, a sample art piece, and a pad. So here's the illustration. It's by Willie Watt, an architect and a director at Nicole Rasser Studios. And here is the website for this artist. There's also a zine. This one's number 96. Oops, sorry. Spoilers. Although you can probably guess what's in the box anyway. Here's a marker paper with 10 sheets. It's nice and smooth. So I imagine it's kind of... Oh, it's much thinner than I expected. It feels like sticker paper for some reason. It's very thin, but we'll see how that handles the markers. I've tried some marker paper before, and honestly I found it a bit difficult to work with, and it didn't take my markers very well, even though it was specifically designed for markers. So we'll see how this one behaves. I like to preserve this paper if I can, just because I think it's good to reuse stuff. Okay, let's unwrap this. It's an English creamy toffee. It's an Edding 1880 jawliner, 0.1 size. It's a very fine nib, although there are finer nibs on the market. This is kind of a good size for me. I quite like this size. So I had Edding before, but not this particular one, so it will be quite interesting. There's a sticker with the artwork of the month, I guess, because it's a monthly box subscription thing. These ones were available as a one-off purchase of their old stock. And here are the markers. They're Goldfaber sketch jewel markers, and they're made for architecture, so the colors are quite pastel, which is something I quite like. I used to go to just really strong colored markers, and I kind of always regret it in a way that, you know, they're too bright, so I really wanted to try a more subdued set. I'm going to swatch them in a second. And here's the leaflet that came with it. Faber-Castell Goldfaber sketch. What does it say about them? Oh, it's just a description of a brand rather than... But there are a lot more colors. It doesn't really say much in the leaflet. But yeah, let's try them out. There's something else in there. Oh, perfect. We can swatch them. It's like they were made for swatching. Take this away. Okay, let's give it a whirl. 274 more grey. Are they in order? It's also the same kind of paper type that they gave me, so it will be a good test. And obviously we only have a few colors to try, so we'll only fill a few of these boxes. Don't know if they're in order. 27, 270, 315. No, they're not, so we'll just go randomly. Warm Grey 274. This is really strange because they are not in order of any kind, even within the columns. So this will be fun to find. Okay, I've taken some time and located all the numbers. They make absolutely no sense. No idea why they're in this weird order, but as you can see, 175, 347 and 274, no order in particular. But we'll start with Dark Sepia, 175. Really nice, sort of brownish dark grey. Oh, I like the tip, the small tip. It's kind of a bit different than Tumbo, and obviously this isn't like a brush. This is more of a, is it called Fudenesque? Something like that. I'm not 100% sure what the technical term is. But that's Dark Sepia. I'm really interested if this paper bleeds. Obviously it's not the same brand as, yeah, it bleeds quite a lot, but I think that's the nature of alcohol markers perhaps. So yeah, here they are. And here's the Edding fine liner. You know, they're pretty standard, so there's not much to it really. I wonder if it's pigment ink, so I think it's waterproof. We can perhaps test this. It's waterproof, which is quite good. I quite like these pens, fine liners. You have to be, when you buy them and you want something that will work well with markers, you need to be a bit careful and make sure you either pick something that's called a pigment, that's got pigment ink, or says it's waterproof, because some of them aren't and they will bleed like on the page. Not bleed, but they will like bloom on the page and stuff. Let's test it with a couple colors. This seems okay. Yeah, so it's made to work well with these markers, which is great. Cool, that's it. I just drew these two. The first one I didn't quite like. I used Google Maps. I tried Map Crunch, but I didn't like the results, so I used Google Maps. And I looked at Denmark, Copenhagen, and then at a random city in the middle of nowhere, and I drew this house. It's very different. It's a bit different to the one that I'm looking at, but I think it's going to be alright for this. And I'm going to color them in, just to test out the new markers. This is the Edding pen. Quite like it. At first I was like, not very loose, but with this one I kind of enjoyed drawing by that. I didn't leave any room for windows, so I'll just ignore the windows. Which one's green? Green is the wrong word. It's more of a greenish color. That's blue. Green clay. Let's try that on the trees. And the reason I put this zine underneath the paper is because I have no idea, never worked with this paper. I assume it's not bleeding, it's not going to bleed, but I thought I'll give it extra protection. Alright, I think I'm done. I have to say I'm surprised about the results. First of all, I would have never tried using markers in this way, especially not these colors. And secondly, I quite like the effect that I could achieve with them. This is the first time I did like a proper urban kind of, not urban, you know, like sketching architecture in this way. The paper is perfect. It doesn't bleed at all, even though I used it quite heavily. I used the markers quite heavily. Overall, pretty pleased with the results. I appreciate that my light is not perfect. It's kind of nighttime right now, but I really wanted to record it. I'm not sure why I added the extra bricks at the end, but hey, we can learn from the experience. And I tried to kind of shade a little bit in the green areas, and I tried to add the shadow on the side of the house just to add a bit of dimension to the image. It's one thing that I found strange is in this set, even though it's for drawing like literally houses have often red brick on them, no red color. Like, it's a bit strange to not include red in this. Even in the example from, what's his name? Oh, come on. In Willy Watt examples, like this is the main one that they've used in the artwork for this box. The next one you look at, it's got a red roof, and you're like, yeah, kind of essential for drawing houses. But anyway, actually, this is interesting. It looks kind of like a biro pen on these. I know this is just examples from this person's work, but it looks like a biro. If it is, it's quite impressive. I can't use a biro this way. I don't think I was in shot anyway. These examples are a lot more vibrant, and I don't think they're done using these markers, which is again a bit strange, but I quite like the strong blue shadows, even though they probably would never look like this in real life. I quite like that vibrant color. But yeah, that's it. I'm done here. I hope you enjoyed this, and next time I'll try and record a full, like, me drawing, a full video of me drawing, rather than just showing you the, you know, already sketched out image. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and have a lovely day artsing. Ta-da! Oh, and if you like this, let me know in the comment if you'd like me to sketch something next, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're interested in my content, because I'm planning to make more videos now that I'm back. And yeah, enjoy! Bye!